Sarah, just randomly, I was thinking about stress.
Ha!
And I wondered where you are finding in your life the most relaxation right now.
Well, it's not around my new birdhouse, and I need to get that off my chest before I can talk about the actual relaxing things. Because I thought my new birdhouse with a camera was going to be the promise of much relaxation after the birds just landed and popped up on my phone like the most delightful social media feed of all time. And instead, I've moved the damn birdhouse 4 times and am constantly fighting off squirrels. This is the journey of being a human. You find something relaxing and the squirrels ruin it.
I feel your pain. It's been the raccoons for me this summer with my pool house, so I get it.
So you see what I'm saying? Like you find a space. You find a space and a rodent gets in and messes it up.
I don't know about you. I talked to myself about this. This land is the raccoon's land.
No.
As much as it is my land. But it is really tricky.
It is their land. It is not their birdhouse. It is not their birdhouse or their birdseed. Nicholas is like, when you feed wildlife, you feed wildlife. Shut up. I didn't ask you. And I'm mad about it. I do think after much research, I found a place. I've got a baffle. But here's the advice from the internet when placing a birdhouse is like 10 feet from trees. So the squirrels can't jump onto it. Okay, got it. But also near trees and shrubs so the birds feel safe from predators. Which one is it? Which one is it? You want it 10 feet away or close? I'm very stressed by this, but I've put all the information together as best I can, and I'm really hoping that it's not a new hobby. I do find birds deeply relaxing. I love birds so much. I love hawks. I love the ball. I haven't made friends with crows yet. I'm not that far gone, but I do find it to be a relaxing hobby, but for the squirrels.
It was a journey, and I do feel a little bit more stressed just hearing about it than I did before we started down this path.
I just had to. That's all I'm thinking about. I just check it all the time because I'm like, if another squirrel, and this birdhouse like gives me the ability to like yell at the squirrels, which is satisfying. But I really got to like catch them in the app for that to work. Ugh.
I have also developed a bunch of new hobbies this year. I won't list them. You can predict them. I'm a 44-year-old white woman. They are what you think they are. Okay. So I have these new hobbies.
Are you doing bread like Taylor?
I'm doing bread. I've got plants going. I'm about to buy a weighted vest, all the things. So what I've been realizing lately is while I like my hobbies and while I think my hobbies, enrich my life in a bunch of different ways, I do not find them to be stress relievers. The sourdough, that's a task. That's a chore. The plants need a lot of attention and care. I enjoy it, but it's a chore too. Most of my hobbies, I have a way of turning into either a job or, something on my to-do list. And that's why I've just decided if I'm thinking actual stress relief, I have to go to water, a shower, hot tub, pool. I have to sit in the rain. I don't care. I need water to touch my body if I want to have actual stress relief.
I agree with that. I love to swim. We all know my stance on the Korean spa. If I lived near one, I would probably be going once a week. I find water deeply relaxing. I also find reading deeply relaxing. Even if I'm reading for work, even if I'm sitting in my chair and I have a book in front of me, it's very relaxing for me because it turns off my brain. But back to our conversation last week, I am just letting go the idea that I need to have some like magic amount of relaxation time and like creating that to make that another to-do list. Because what I find so relaxing right now is just feeling like our whole family is firing on all cylinders. Like we've got our processes in place, we've got our routines in place. I've got some hobbies going that are fun, even though the squirrels are stressing me out. It's not bad stress either. It's not like my blood pressure is up. Like I will never forget one time going to a woman so wise in my life named Emily who did dry needling in Paducah for a long time. And she said, "Are you stressed?" And I said, "What is this?" And she's like, "Hey, stress can be good things." And I was like, "You're right." It's like, and there was like a moment where we were all like giving ourselves a pep talk that stress is not the problem. It's how you handle the stress, right? Like the presence of stress is not a bad thing. That just means you're human in the world, right? I'm just trying to think about how much relaxation or how much stress management is good and how much you can just do it. Like you can do what you do with the hobbies. You just make it another thing on your list.
That's why when I was thinking about my answer to this question, I wasn't really thinking about like self-care and routine. I was thinking about when I am actually feeling stress in a negative way,
Okay.
like an amount of stress that I feel like I need to do something because this is not good for me. It's the water. I feel like I have that sense of stress in like 3 buckets. I get that kind of stress sometimes about time. I feel like there's not enough time. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
There's too much. I feel it about like various forms of pressure that I experience in my life. And I feel it about like emotional injury, right? My feelings are hurt, or I'm grieving something, or I feel betrayed, like that kind of thing that hits you and it hurts and it's acute. It's not like normal everyday stuff.
Okay.
But those are kind of the 3 times that I feel like I experience a stress in my body that is out of the range of just I'm a human living in the world. And when I'm in that stressed space, I notice more and more I can breathe, and that's good. Never against deep breathing, but the thing that actually starts to dissolve it for me is water. I had like a really intense situation I was dealing with yesterday, and I felt it in every cell. And I'm sure that my Aura ring was picking it up. It's just it was bad. And I jumped in the pool and I just felt it melt away. And I think it's because there is something about water that just kind of makes me feel like everything, you can just let it all be. I don't need to resolve it. I don't need to talk to myself about it. I don't need to explain it away. I can just the water touches my skin and I just get this sense of like, that's what happened today. And here you are, and it'll be okay. And I'm just coming to appreciate that more and more.
Yeah, I think mine is probably breathing. I have to have quiet. When I'm jangled like that, the noise is very problematic. I need quiet.
That makes sense to me.
I do like alternative nostril breathing. So if like it's a really acute situation, I believe in a glass of water when Felix is really hyped up. The first thing I try to get him to do is just drink some water. So that I wouldn't call that relaxed though. I would just call that like triage. Like, what do I need when I was so stressed earlier this year at a moment I had like a disassociative state. Like it was really bad. About like a very acute situation I had no control over. And I will say like generally a way that it's not really a good stress management technique because it takes too much planning, but that's why I like to travel so much. That's how I would describe being like in the state of travel and movement around other people is like, there's just a sense of like, I am in the flow and that's it. Like when I'm home, there's too much of like my Enneagram 1, I can control it. I can fix it. Let me put some but when I'm in the flow of travel, like I have to be present in a way that I find deeply relaxing. And a good sort of, antidote to that acute stress. But that's hard to get aligned. I can't just jump on a trip the way you can jump in a pool. But I also find sort of like being in the everyday flow and feeling like the processes are working. It's a different kind of flow, but it's a flow I very much enjoy. It's that sense of like, instead of trying to like, rein in a horse, I'm just like floating along kind of.
Well, I'm very interested in hearing from people about what relieves, maybe we'll call it acute stress for you instead of relaxation.